Okay, y'all, sorry I'm late, y'all, sorry, you know how we get in over here. All right, everybody, y'all know what it is, Gyant Unplugged TV. Before we get started, I have got to personally thank everyone out there for all the support. The Twitter and email messages have been overwhelming, sent to me and the Raw Report team. We are here, we are gonna bring y'all some amazing stuff that you have never seen before on the internet. And I'm telling you, you stick with us, you're gonna enjoy all we have in store for Gyant Unplugged TV. Oh, and a special shout out to all the video blogs and sites out there like rawreport.com, donwars.com, Vlad TV, and all the blog sites out there that have been supporting us and are behind the movement, because I'm telling you, if you don't get out the way, you're about to get run over. In our Link Love Entertainment Rundown, we got some scoop on Kanye West. Now, we all know Kanye West kind of made an ass of himself at the MTV VMAs by bum rushing the stage and taking Taylor Swift moment. We don't want to give the innocent white girl the moment. Kanye, come on. But in cruising to YBF.com, it looks like Kanye West has definitely experienced the era of his ways because he's going to rehab. Excuse me, listen, we keep it real on the show sometimes, burp. All right, 2 words, Mark Curry. Now, the former Bad Boy recording artist, as well as Sean Puff Combs' ghostwriter, Mark Curry, has been making the media rounds ever since his explosive new book, Dancing with the Devil, How Puff Destroyed the Bad Boys of Hip Hop, was released earlier this year. Curry is behind Puff's 1998 smash, Come With Me, featuring Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page, which resulted in Mark winning an ASCAP award for Songwriter of the Year. And he's also the man behind Puff's other smash hit, Bad Boy for Life. You know, that kind of shit. We can curse. Okay, now we got all that official mumbo jumbo out of the way. Let's go ahead and get to this book. When I heard about this book, I knew that I had to run out and get this. This book was everything that I thought it was. 199 pages about everything that you thought you knew about Puff, pretty much confirmed. Did the Notorious B.I.G. really want off Bad Boy Records? But what was really going on between Puff and Mace? I'm just saying, 2 trannies, Harlem and Atlanta. Mark Curry answers everything that you have, and he held nothing back as we chopped it up on the Couch of Truth right here in the Studioplex Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm telling you now, stop, hit the pause button, get your popcorn, get your mind right, let's get into it. For someone who walking from this book seems to care a lot about what people think. How were you able, how did Puffy let you write this book?
Well, first, it's not about him letting me do anything.
Okay.
Because, you know, I'm a grown man. So as long as I got my own feet, my own hands, my own body things that I need in order to keep it rocking, I could do whatever I feel I can do. Without making sure I don't do anything to hurt anybody else who don't need to be hurt, or I just address those who I need to address.
Okay.
2 is, one thing we always remember is the truth will always set you free.
Yes.
And one thing about the truth is it can't be denied.
And now let's talk about that, because, you know, in your book you talked about pretty much, you know, Biggie, you talked about Tupac, you talked about Mace, and a whole bunch of other people. From your perception, how bad was the contract between Biggie and Bad Boy? Like, how much money was he literally being robbed of?
Well, you know, Biggie Smalls had Junior Mafia, and Biggie Smalls also had a friend was Undiz. So they were already starting their own record label before Biggie died.
Yes.
You remember, I believe Biggie was getting into his own Brooklyn Mint, the clothing line and all of that. So Biggie was already on his way out the door. You know, and I just remember the stories like when Biggie would want money from Puff, and like Puff, he would be like, they doing the show, Biggie wouldn't show up to the show until 10 minutes before the show.
Yes.
You understand? And Puff would be like, where's he at? Where's he at? And then that's how he would get his leverage. Like, Biggie knew that Puff needed him. Biggie, if you break it down and really look at the situation for what it truly is, Biggie Smalls made Bad Boy. Bad Boy is Biggie Smalls.
You have it on page 105, and you said, in many ways I was in the same spot as Biggie when he signed with Bad Boy. I was a poor cat who hadn't finished high school, but I had musical talent. Puff was rich. Puff was a rich cat with no musical talent, but also with a stable of mostly white advisors and lawyers who taught him how to put voodoo on his artists. And you went on to say that after Biggie signed the contracts that Puff forced on him. For example, he walked away with only $25,000 to avoid people finding out just how broke Biggie was when he was killed. Puff announced that he was giving the fallen star's family several $1 million, but if he had given Biggie a fair contract, Biggie would have had plenty of money to take care of his family forever and wouldn't have needed Puff's one-time charitable donation. That's a very, very powerful statement. And I was like, wow, you pretty much said that. You said well, everything we all pretty much thought or we had heard. When someone mentions or alludes to anything about, you know, the rumors about Puffy being gay or any of that, does that shock you, or does that, or is that kind of like a yeah, I can see that?
Yeah, because see, I don't have to actually see two men engage in sexual activities to say he's gay, because gay is a way of life. So I can look at the way you handle your money. I can look at the way you treat people. I can look at the way that you want it to be all about you. So you gotta look at how women are. Women have a certain characteristic about themselves that men don't have. So then you start looking at, yo, why in the world is you the only rich person and everybody else? Like, why is it so much about you? And if you got a artist that just did 3 million records, whoa, and he in the hotel stealing, not only is he a fool,
everybody.
but he doing what he had to do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, why is your man stealing? That's not just his fault, it's your fault too.
Do you believe the rumors between him and Mace?
Now that right there.
Hold on. Do you believe the rumors between
him and Mace? You know, well, you gotta look at it like this, you know, and I say it best like this.
Okay.
A person like Mace that comes to Puff that wants a record deal automatically is willing to do anything that he got to do to have that deal, because he asked him for a record deal. So then you got to look at it and be like, you know what, you willing to sell your soul for this shit right here.
And if you're willing to sell your soul, you're willing to do anything.
You willing to do anything.
Damn you, Mark Curry.
Like, for example,
please.
They might say, hey, you know what, I'm going to give you $1 million. I'm going to give you $2 million. I'm going to give you $100 million. But before I do that, I just want to take a couple of pictures with you, with your shirt off. And your pants off too. And then you be like $100 million, shirt and no pants. Okay, that's what they be doing. Okay, let's do it. Okay. So then now, here go your $100 million. So then now you sitting there with your girl. She got the diamonds and the fur on. She look good. So all of a sudden you see somebody in the background flashing those pictures in that envelope at you like this, telling you to come in. We need to talk to you. You be like, wow, now you got me by the balls. Yes. You understand? Yes. So then that's when a lot of things come in to play too, without me having to speak on other things. When somebody come to you and say, you know, I'm exposed to your people, everything that you done to get this money, you be like, yo, man, that'll make you kill yourself.
Now, if you don't know who he's talking about, then I just cannot help you. People were questioning the deal between Arista and Bad Boy, the affiliation anyway, from jump. Just about, you know, a young black man getting this large chunk of money to start this new venture. It seemed to have been also the catalyst for the downfall of Arista.